Now, the rest of the story.
Welcome back. This is going to be kind of one of those thrown in videos to whatever video it happens to fit with. But we got 4.5 inches of rain. Today is, I'm not sure what today is. When did we get the rain? 2-3 days ago. And once again, we keep going back to the whole Travis has lack of storage for all my hay. And I've been pretty open about what I've been doing to prevent hay and quality loss. And going through, what I do is I have the pressure on the round balers set to the maximum pressure, and then I go through and I spend a bit more money than I guess on average for most people do for net wrap. Now when I say I do that, I don't do it across all of our hay. The only farm that gets 4 rows or 4 wraps of wrap on each bale is this one. Everything else gets 3.1. I usually factor in that 0.1 just for, you know, the actuator actually starting to wrap. So at least you're getting the full 3 wraps. And then last year I started doing 4 wraps on our corn fodder. And that's going to be the new program too. Just, they want to explode so easily. But when they're wrapped like that, it's tight. I mean, pry it open and green material. I mean, not very deep down from the net wrap. That makes me feel better because this is the first time I've been down here since we got that rain. The biggest issue I'm going to be combating is where they're sitting on the ground. But in past experience with hay that I've been selling, it's irrelevant. I'm getting the same price for the stuff that is solid green face, pulled out of the shed storage with all of the color all the way through it. Hasn't been bleached out, which this is what bleached out is when you hear me talk about it. Sells the same as the stuff that's stored inside. No, I'm not building a big hay shed, not down here. If I ever did build one, it'd be up at home, and we go back and forth, Dad Ryan and myself, as far as what we would build, because it's the equipment argument all over again. See, nice, beautiful. I don't know if the orientation, you know, north to south helps me at all. My third crop last year, what do we do? Made it the last week of September, and it sat out until November, and that first load that I took out, which was 80 bales, was actually my highest price per ton I got for the year. And it looked like this. The big thing that you can hope for is that your buyers are at least able to stop and take the time. Of course, you're looking more into the sun now, so maybe you can't see it, and actually go through like you've seen me do and pull the face back. I mean, the sun is going to bleach this. Those bales right there, they are back inside. You know, the sun can't get to them. They're bleached out. The sunlight does that, and you get your rays and everything. But if you're willing to just take a minute out of your day, well, right here is a perfect example where this almost has that black tint to it. That's how much material I'm sacrificing to save the rest of that. It's green, it's healthy, and I'm confident that it's not just right here on the face. That's that way through the whole bale. And your buyers, you know, buyer beware as far as being able to stop and actually examine the hay, because there's plenty of people that they see bales that look like this and they walk right by them. More so for big squares, I was told, but they do it for round bales. So not getting the stuff moved as fast as I'd like. No, I'm not. This stuff was supposed to be gone 2 weeks ago, and as far as I'm concerned, even after all the rains, I say all the rain, but the majority of the rain was that 4.5 inches we got in about 2 hours, and the quality's still here. So I'm not quite stressing so much about that. Of course, I would rather put everything inside, no rain on it at all. Those are the bales that when I was selling last winter. All my material was had the green, nice healthy green to it, and I think all my stuff sold. I think the longest I had was what, 2 weeks, where the stuff didn't move, and that's actually so tight I can't even get my finger in it. But it's what I want. They are heavier than last year. They're bigger than last year, but you know, I'm not trying to be Mr. Professional Haymaker, but I am trying to at least make sure that I can produce a product that, even if I have to sit on it for a little bit, it still retains its value. So I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good about that so far. I mean, I go through and make second cut, which you guys might as well start figuring, as long as the weather cooperates. The last couple days of July, August 1st is what I'm aiming for first cut down here. I don't know if you guys can really see, like, the fields, they are coming up. They're green, they're nice, and you give them another, what was it, 12, 14 days of growing. They are really, it seems like grass, it takes so long to get going. I mean, we're going on what, 6 weeks? And it seems like it takes those last 2 weeks and the grass does the majority of its growing. I mean, a lot of that stuff out there is starting to head out, and that's not making me panic because I have a whole mix of grasses out there that are still coming up, but just, you know, the one grass is starting to head out. But yeah, I got enough material even right now to basically keep some kind of presence at the auction for the rest of the summer. And then I do have some storage that I make second cut. We'll see how it performs, which I'm not expecting 430 bales off of it. No, 200 to 300. And I did think it'd be closer to honestly just 200, to be honest. But that still gets us well within striking distance of what we produced last year with bigger bales. So we'll wait and see. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.